Hey everybody, today we're going to be making this super awesome dragon's claw wrapped around a rose quartz sphere necklace. That's kind of a mouthful, but let's just get right into the supplies that you will need to make this necklace. First thing you'll need, one of the most important things you'll need, the actual dragon's claw itself. So it just looks like this. I bought mine off of the Panda Haul US stock website. Make sure you look on the US stock if you're located in the US, because otherwise shipping from China is extremely expensive. As well as I'd like to mention that these claws are pretty expensive, as currently it's like $15 to buy a 10 pack of these. When I bought these it was $11, so you know, they're a little more than $1 a piece. So they're pretty expensive, which sucks, but they are very cool looking and high quality, but it's pretty much just a bead cap. Next most important thing you will need is a bead. So it's really just gonna depend on the bead cap you get, what size of bead you'll need. This rose quartz is 10 millimeters and it works the best for this cap. Whenever you buy these, if you buy them online, it should tell you what size bead it will fit. And for this one it says 8 to 10 millimeters, but in my opinion, the 10 millimeters look the best. And mine is just rose quartz, but of course you can use literally any bead you want. And then you'll need some chain. You can make this however long you want, use whatever chain you want. I have mine pre-cut just so that it's easier for the video. And then you'll need a head pin. This just depends on what kind of bead cap you get, but I'm just using this little 3 millimeter silver bead to put on the underside of the bead cap. I'll show you what I mean, just because the head pin will slide through the bead cap, so that's why I'm using this. Then you'll need 3 jump rings and a lobster clasp. My jump rings are 4 millimeters each. If you use some thicker chain, you might want to use a bigger jump ring, or you can just attach the charm to the chain. I will get more in depth in this later in this video. And then you'll need some jewelry pliers. So I'm just going to be using these 2 just regular ones. I mean, these are like bead crimpers, but I really like using them. These are just some regular ones. Here's some needle nose pliers with the little metal cutter in there, but I won't be using these because I have the one-step looper. But if you don't have one of these, then you're gonna need one of these. And then I have the one-step looper. I have a review of this up on my channel. I love it. Highly recommend it if you make jewelry. But anyways, let's just get right into the tutorial. First thing we're gonna do is take our head pin and put the little bead on there. And the reason that I'm doing this is because this head pin just goes right through the bead cap. So I'm gonna put this little silver bead on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the bead cap on there just to hold it in place like that. So that is up to you what kind of bead you use for that, just depending on what kind of cap you use. And then I'm gonna put my rose quartz on there. And then I'm going to hold this like this, kind of, and pull on this, and then put my hand right there, just so that the head pin is pushed down as far as it needs to be, so that there isn't a big chunk of metal sticking out of the top of your little charm you're making here. And if you were using these regular pliers, you would just do like you would normally do, cut it down shorter and curl it into a loop. But because I'm using these one-step loopers, I'm just going to put the head pin through the little hole in the side and go just like that. And it cuts the metal and makes a little loop for me there. Not the best description of that, but if you're interested in the one-step loopers, you can watch my video on them. Okay, so now you should have something that looks like this. Now I'm gonna go to my chain and put a jump ring on one end. I just use jump rings instead of the actual like other sides of lobster clasp clasps, like the special things they make to hook your lobster clasps into, just because it's so much easier to use jump rings and cheaper, and most people don't care that it's not super fancy, as well as it's the back of the necklace. You're not going to see it, and it's not a super fancy necklace. So I'm just going to put a jump ring on that end, but you can use whatever closures you'd like. And then I'm going to put my second jump ring on the other end. And then I'm going to put my lobster clasp on that jump ring as well and close it up. And then I'm going to take my third jump ring, open that up, and put the chain in the jump ring there so that it slides through. If you'd like to have it placed specifically on a certain chain link, you can do that as well. But I personally like to just let the charm dangle wherever it will. And then I'm going to put the loop for the charm on there and close it up. This is where if you're using a thicker chain, you're gonna need a bigger jump ring. But I think this chain is like 2 by 3 millimeters, like the chain links are or something. They're very small, so the 4 millimeter jump ring glides over them easy enough that it works, but not so easy that it will just go flying all over while you're wearing it. So then I'm gonna open up the lobster clasp, put the jump ring in there, close that, and now our necklace is done. So now we have 2 of these guys. I made one for myself, and then this one for myself, and then I just made this one for the tutorial as well as to sell because these are so cute and I'm obsessed with them. But anyways, that is it for this video. If you like stuff like this, make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna be doing all kinds of stuff similar to this in the future, hopefully. Let me know in the comments down below what type of crystal you'd like to see in one of these dragon claws. But other than that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.